Hello everybody, my name is Assessment.Dubai. Today I'm going to talk about a very important topic, and the topic talk about staff's employment and vetting, right? Venting, right? This is one of the biggest threats to any organization is the poaching of employee. That is, employees who are not qualified for certain jobs, you give them the employment. This is directly for the HR, right? And being it one that is the intent or the causing harm or the distress to an organization or individual within a company. One who by behavior or association affiliated can cause a serious embarrassment or a harm or the reputation of a company. This simply means that the employment of certain staffs, it can create a distress to the company. So in other way, to solve this problem, there should be a clear or a principle on how to do employment in any organization, right? It can create an embarrassment if this staff is not qualified, right? It is an essential that the organization has a documented employment policy back up with a robust vetting system to ensure that the individual being offered a position within a company fulfill these requirements before giving the job. This simply means that before an employee is being given a job in any organization, the HR responsibility also is to confirm that this person is qualified for this position, because if it's not qualified, it can be a problem or embarrassment to the company. So in order way to solve that one, that's why they have a monthly or annual training for your staffs. So the managers should be aware of what is going on in the company. So these venting procedures must be fully documented and implemented, often by the HR similar position within the company, but given the importance of security, safety, or emergency advice or guidelines should be sought to the manager, right? Like if you are employing a sales or a disaster recovery manager, at least the HR should consult the person who is in charge of this, or the staff who is in charge of this department, that which are the qualifications, which are the importance you are looking for. Then the manager should be able to highlight the things that the qualification they are looking for, or the responsibility that we need these certain people who can analyze or work with this certain project, right? I'm going to talk about the areas of venting. Venting means checking and verifications of these staffs. When you are going to check these staffs, how can you assess a staff? As before I talk about performance review in one of my videos, how are you going to check a staff or an employee? First of all, you have to talk about a curricula vitae, right? You have to assess it. That is the HR, right? You have to assess it. Then number 2 is the educational achievements and qualification, right? What levels of education. Then number 3, you're talking about the residence and or the citizenship, whether it's illegal, Then point number 4, talking about the employment histories and the gap of within verify, like you're talking about which time this person work and how long, how many period. So that's why you're able to assess the employee, right? Then you're talking about a family connection, which is the 5 points. The 5 points is family connection. You have to check the family connection. Then you're talking about point number 6, the association and affiliation to the individual in the organization. According to the person's CVs, you will try to know that which are the important with all the jobs that this person have rendered, what's important he has to do to our company. So maybe the qualification that you are looking for, maybe this person is more higher than what you expected. So it simply means that this person will be beneficiary to our company or our organization, right? Then talking about the 7 points, how you can assess an employee is the political or social types, right? Including their past criminal records, right? Their records, whatever criminal records, or you have to check their background checking, right? Pre-employment screenings is essential to ensure that the recruitment only of an appropriate person who will be suitable or qualified, or who is presently no threat to either the organization or individual within the organization. That simply means this person, after qualifying of all this assessment, he is free from embarrassment to the company, right? To this end, it may be a requirement of certain staffs that have the clearance or obtain dependence upon the roles and responsibility and access information or assets in individual. To conceptualize all this one, in employing staffs, you have to check which is more important. You have to check their background, check their CVs or educational background, check whatever important they have to do to the company, because without all these things you will find out that it will be an embarrassment to the company. So I stop here, and in my next topic I will talk about the roles of an employee.